Hey, sorry the lighting is weird, but it's dark outside, so I put the lamps on. Anyway, I got something fun for tonight. This is how exciting my life is. We had bingo in our building tonight. The building where I live, we have bingo like twice a month, and it costs $1, and then you either win a prize or a bag of prizes. So I just thought I would unbox my prizes on here. Maybe that's silly, but I used to always show Mom what I won. Like, we would open our bingo prizes together, and I really missed that. So I thought I'd just open it on here and see what I got. So okay, here's a dish rag first of all. It's kind of pretty. So there's that. That's exciting. I do a lot of dishes for sure. And here's a dish towel. Doesn't really match the rag, but that's okay. Oh, and we got Cheetos. This is all in the first bag. You'll laugh at this prize, but it's really handy. Roll of toilet paper. Alright, what's next? This is different. It's steppies. Something to put in your shoes, I guess. That's different. That's kind of handy. Alright, I guess that's it for the first bag. I won twice at bingo. It was funny, last time we played I won 7 times. I always play Mom's bingo cards. 13 was her lucky number because she was born on Friday 13th. So yeah, she always played the cards with 13 on them, like she wanted 13 on every card, so I do the same thing. And I won 7 times last time. And there's my cat. She's wanting to be part of the show. She always meows whenever I talk. I think it's because she's just not used to any noise in here, so she seems like she gets disturbed when I talk. I don't know. But here's the second bag. I got another dishcloth. Reminds me I still have a ton of dishes to do because I cooked today. Got another bag of Cheetos. They're different Cheetos though. The other one is the crunchy and these are the puffs. There is a difference in the taste. I got a black washcloth. Not sure if I need all these dishcloths, honestly. Okay, what else? Oh, this is fun. This is a gummy fun mix candy. It's like a mix of different kinds. That's neat. It could be up to 16 different kinds of gummies. I like that actually. Okay, last prize. I think this ends up in every bag. It's another roll of toilet paper. But I'm not gonna complain because this is actually the good kind. It's not like the Cedar Point toilet paper. That was crazy. At Cedar Point, I was just so sweaty, and that toilet paper, it's just so thin. It's crazy. It's more thin than the cheapest toilet paper you could ever buy. But anyway, that's a tangent. So today, I went to the doctor and she was I was there for a long time actually. She was trying to figure out some answer as to this, the low platelets. She was trying to figure out an answer besides that it could be leukemia. And she said, it's most likely an issue with the bone marrow because none of the other things in my blood were wrong, so that rules out a lot of different things. So she said she could send me to a hematologist and get a bone marrow biopsy. And I was just like, no, I'm too chicken for that, which is the truth. So there are other things that can cause the low platelets though. So tomorrow I'm going for labs, and they're gonna check for autoimmune diseases. Like, I know I have an autoimmune disease, but they don't know which one. Aside from the skin thing, like I said before, that's usually part of a larger autoimmune disease, but not always. But anyway, like lupus seems like a good possibility because I do have joint pain and nerve pain, and for some reason my left leg and foot swell a lot, and especially with it only being on one side, like that could be a symptom of lupus. And my son's sensitivity is because of the rosacea, but it can also be a symptom of lupus. So I don't know, I'm not wishing that I have lupus, but I'm not wishing I have anything, especially not leukemia. But then I'm like, do I really need all these platelets? That sounds dumb, but like it's weird because I feel fine. I don't feel like, you would think someone who has leukemia would be really sick, and I don't feel sick. I do get tired easily, and I seem to need a lot of sleep, but other than that, I just feel okay, like I'm going through life doing fine. And if my test about the autoimmune stuff comes back normal, I think I would just say I'd like to wait and see what this level is next year, because unless something drastic happens, because like I just don't want a big old needle going into my bone. And the doctor, I was like, that just sounds painful. And she said, well, I'm not gonna lie, because I observed that, and they kind of have to screw the needle into your bone. And I'm like, just no, I'm not doing that. So I don't know. Like I said, I don't feel, I would think someone who had leukemia would feel like something was really wrong, and I just don't. Like, I'm going through life doing pretty well, aside from just being tired and bleeding, but not a lot. I mean, like, I'll cough and blood comes up, or I blow my nose and blood comes out, but it's nothing drastic. So I just think if I've lived this long and I'm doing fine, that I'm probably okay. And I don't know, I just think like having the low platelets isn't really having a drastic effect on my life, unless next year it's a lot lower or something. But anyway, that's what's going on with that. Like, the idea of having a bone marrow biopsy freaks me out, just not because I'm afraid of dying, but just because of the pain, honestly. So I don't know, that's what's going on with that. So yeah, that took a long time today. And then I came home. Oh, I talked to my birth mother on the phone for like 2 hours today, and I really enjoyed that, because I was feeling lonely. Like, I'll just get stuck in my problems and not try to think of a solution. I don't know if other people do that, but I'll be like, oh, I'm so lonely, and just dwell on that, and I'm not thinking like, oh, I could call my mother or my sister. Like, I just don't even think of that. So it was nice that she called me. Like, when I say mom, I'm usually talking about my grandma who raised me, who passed away, but I do have my birth mother, and she's part of my life. Like, I've heard bits and pieces of her side of the story, and I'm really glad that I did, because it was a lot different than I thought it was. But Yeah, she's really cool and really nice. So I do have my mother and I've got sisters, and I just don't think to reach out to people. I'm just like, oh, I'm so lonely, and just don't think of that. So um she told me a funny story about when I was a baby. This cracked me up because my personality is still a lot like this, but she said when I was a baby I didn't like to take naps, and I would get tired, of course, as babies do, and she said if I was tired I didn't really want to be held. I just wanted her to sit me on the carpet and play with these blocks, and she said I would play with the blocks or whatever kind of toys. It was mostly blocks that I like to play with, I guess, and I would just play with them until I got so tired that I just toppled over, falling asleep on my right side. And I thought that was so funny because I'm still the same way. Like, I don't like to take naps, and I tend to not know when I'm really overtired. So that was funny. That cracked me up, and I really enjoyed talking with her. And I just don't think to call people because I went for so long with limited minutes on my phone, and now I have a phone with unlimited minutes, but I just don't think to call people. So I was glad she called me, and that was nice. And then I made dinner. I made it early because I knew I had bingo tonight. I made Mexican mole chicken. I guess that's how you say it. I used to call it mole chicken, and I guess that's not correct. But I made that. It was my first time making that, and it turned out really good. And I also made cilantro lime rice and beans, so that turned out good too. But that took a long time. Like people say I should open a restaurant, and I totally couldn't, because following a recipe, it takes me seems like all day. It's just hard to focus, and I don't know, my brain's just not good at that. I am able to do it, it just takes a long time. So I made that, and I made a big mess in the kitchen. I guess you can't see the spots on my shirt, which I'm glad of, but I used my new immersion blender to make the sauce, and here comes the cat again. I didn't realize, if you don't have the blender actually immersed, it makes a huge mess, and it did, and so that was bad. I cleaned up as much of it as I could. Here's my cat. I still have a ton of dishes to do though. I'm always so busy, and I can't figure it out because I don't work or have a husband or kids, and I'm like, how do I end up so busy all the time? But it's silly stuff, like making a mess in the kitchen and being stuck at the doctor's office and going to bingo. So, I don't know. Today, I got a lot of stuff done yesterday. I actually did end up cleaning my floor. So I was like, well, today I'll just have a relaxing day. And yeah, right. The few things I did, they all took forever. So it's like I never get a relaxing day because my brain always thinks of something that I should do or whatever. So I still have to do all those dishes tonight, and I have to go to Kroger. I decided, first of all, I have certain things I do every day of the week just to keep life interesting. So on Tuesdays, I like to check Redbox and see what new movies are out, and then I'll rent a movie if it's something that sounds good. So tonight I've got that movie called Old reserved. It's by M. Night Shyamalan, and it got bad reviews, but a lot of times the movies I really enjoy are ones that no one else liked, so I thought I'd give it a try. It sounds like something I would like. I guess people go to this island and they all age dramatically all in one day or something. So I was like, whatever, I'll give it a try. I got a promo code for 50 cents off. This cat is purring like crazy too. She's really cute when she's not being a brat. But yeah, I've got to go to Redbox and pick that movie up for tonight. So that's what I do on Tuesdays, because I've got Manic Monday and then I've got Theater Tuesday. I know it's silly, but it's funny, like, the reason I try to make life so fun is actually, ironically, because I'm so prone to depression. So it's kind of a thing like fake it till you make it, and it really works. Like, people might get the wrong impression of me, like I'm just a really happy-go-lucky person, and it's actually the opposite. Like, I tend to be prone to severe depression, so that's why I make a big effort to try to make my life fun and exciting so I don't fall into depression. And it mostly works. I mean, they say fake it till you make it, and it actually really works. Like, if you talk it up like your life is fun and exciting, after a while you start to believe it, and whatever you believe, it kind of becomes that way. So yeah, it worked for me anyway. Like, I just learned that happiness is never just gonna fall through the sky into my lap, that I had to really chase after it with everything in me, and that's how I got out of depression. And I'm not saying I never feel it anymore, because I do. Like, there'll be nights when I think like there's no purpose to life and stuff like that, but most of the time I'm not like that, and it's because I kind of tried to change from a martyr and victim mentality into thinking how I could conquer it, and it really helped. So other than that, I guess that's about it for tonight. I feel like I didn't really get much done today, but the few things I did took up so much time. So yeah, tomorrow I gotta get up early again to go get those labs done. I'm glad I don't have to fast for it though. And tonight I have to do those dishes, and then I'm gonna watch that movie, and guess that'll be about it for tonight. So yeah, I like my bingo prizes, and that's my exciting life for today. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Bye.